What's up, YouTube? This is Kevin from Sub-Zero channel. Today we're gonna go over Luard post set 12 from obviously the new set that just came out, and I'll link our team's channel down below and post it on both the channels. So yeah, without further ado, we'll just get through this. Go ahead.
Alright, so we're talking about our grade zeros and our forerunner, right? So we run David. Why we run David is because David's alright. So the convoluted thing is people are either running him or what is it? The bird. They're creeping dark goat, or they're running Conrad. I don't like Conrad. Personally, that's just my opinion. I don't want to like look up my top card of my deck, see if I wanted it, put it in my drop zone, and then I automatically just draw a card. I mean, the draw card's nice and all. Creeping Dark Goat, you could miss, or you could whiff, and that's a minus. This card just consent. I just like this card because it's guaranteed to retire. So that's why I like it. Next we go on to our heals. I run this heal just because it's hollow. That's basically it. Hollow triggers. We run 4 of the $25 card, $22 card now, I think. Busted card. The reason why this deck is even like tier 1 or above, basically. Then we run another 3 crit, so we run 7 crit in total. And then we run 5 stand. Raven, because Raven's busted. And one of the rogue eye, just because it's basically another David, and this card shuffles back, so that's also a reason. I do not run draws for the same reason why I'm not running draws in basically most of my decks, because I don't want to deck out, and like I don't need to go into this card early game just to kill you. Like, I know why people are running 8 draws because of this guy, and they're running 3 of them. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just saying. I mean, if you're that desperate just to play 1 card, and then I don't know, just play Demiurge. Okay. Then we run Ezra's best forerunner, best perfect card in the whole game. Just kill a card. You have 2 of these. Bounce 1 to take 1 to my hand, 1 to my deck. Easy. 3 of Vessel Owl. The deck can refresh these. There's no reason to run 4. Like, there's enough toolboxing in the deck. Like, you can toolbox in this deck, so I don't understand what people are running 4. I can understand it, but at the same time, like, you can toolbox. Like, there's no reason to run a playset of anything if you can toolbox it. So I'm running 2 Stride Fodder because we do get free strides. Luard gets free strides, but you don't get free strides early game. Like, not unless you PG. Like, not unless you use this card early game. Like, you will probably never get to Ritual before you actually first turn Stride. We run 2 Howl. Kaiden. Run 2 Kaiden. I'm running the Black Chain engine because I still like the engine, and unless I'm not running any of the Diablo strides, I will not run. Like, I will not run this as long as I am not running the Diablo strides. But the Diablo strides are still hella strong, so I'm still gonna run these. Then we go to our Elite 4. 1 Prohibited Books, 1 Swordbreaker, 1 Swift Owl, and 1 of the Drag Wizard. What's her name? Sisma? Whatever her name is, I don't know. So we already know about these 2. So these 2 cards, so this card's Ritual 3. Whenever you play it from deck, you may Soul Blast 1, and it gets 7k. So basically puts it at 14k. I don't know about you, but 14k sounds pretty nice as a rear guard or Vanguard or rear guard booster, whatever. And this card is whenever you play it, if you have a Luard Vanguard, you look at the top 2 cards, and then you place them anywhere. They will die at the end of the turn, but they're not rested. That's the key word. They're not rested, and you have to be at Ritual 3 at least. So Ritual 3 is not that hard to do mid to late game. So that's why we run those. Just in case like shit happens where you don't have rear guards for no apparent reason. We run 4 hull. Once again, like as long as I'm running like Diablo strides, I will run these as long as I have. Then we run 4 of the Grozny's, so they're already busted. Once again, I probably don't need to explain that. We're in the new noise. I don't like it. Actually, I wish it was a Morfessa, to be honest. You have enough superior call in the deck, I would like to say. I mean, I guess in the future there will be decks that basically wreck your whole board. And this is the countermeasure for it. But like currently during playtesting, I don't need this card per se. Not maybe against like decks like Kagura and like Narukami, where they're gonna blow up my cards. Then yeah, but at the current moment, I wish these were more Morfessas just to boost up the grade 1 count. Then we run 2 Refall. Refall is just to make sure you draw more cards. So we're moving on to our grade 3s, 4 Luard standard, and then 2 for the Falda. Obvious reasons why. Now we move on to our strides. 1 Carnivore. Carnivore is still good. Mass removal. They have to ditch. They have to kill at least. They have to kill like cards under rear guards. There's no May. They have to up till like they can't do it anymore. Oh, at least just 2 of them. So and if they don't kill 2, then you get plus 4k to your row. 1 Doomed and 1 Organizer. Or 1 regular Organizer. Because I still like this play. I still like to go through. I still like to do this play first turn stride. So that's why we still run David. Is because just for this play, just to make sure it does go off. Because whenever you stride first time with Luard, you usually get 1 Banal Owl and then 1 other Raven, and then you trigger a Raven. And this is just to make sure that David's just there to make sure that you do have the 3 to retire just in case like shit happens. Next we play 2 Helheim. Helheim's rebusted. On hit, or if your opponent Sentinels or G-Guards, you trigger its effects of you just basically flip this up and then you call a grade 1 anywhere. It doesn't say open, doesn't say like it doesn't have to be open, just anywhere. So yeah, that's a thing. And this is really good early game, especially if they're at low damage. Basically, they're gonna take it, so you just get a free card for no apparent reason. Also, it's also like a mind game type of thing where if your opponent does guard it, then they basically either have to like know that they're dropping a lot of like cards in their hand, because they're probably not going to want to let you get this effect off. And if they do G-Guard or whatever, you just call the Swordbreaker and draw more cards. Like basically you're always probably going to get this off. So this is basically a free card. Next card we're going to run is Diablo. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. PDO. Or PBO, or PBD. Yeah. Still running this card. People say it's trash because why don't you already have Dragstrider? Isn't Dragstrider the same as this card? It's like no, completely different. So the fact that this card gets a crit and it basically if your opponent is stupid enough to think you don't have this card, you basically like put them on a port where like shit, I'm gonna die. And when you're at like Bushiroad tournaments and they only do best of one, like they won't expect this. So when they do see it, they're gonna be like, dude, I just lost. I lost to this damn card because I forgot that this card's a thing. So just saying, I run this card and you're in it with this, so you kill your opponent faster. Cause I can't tell you how many times I have like 2 howls and then call 1 Kaiden, and this apparently becomes like a 41k. And by the way, you can't guard it from you can't use cards from hands if you can't pay its cost. And then your opponent's like, so I have to drop like 2 G guards, like basically. And that's enough. That's a lot of resources. Two G guards just for this card. That's worth in any book. So, and if they happen to live through it, then I'm like, okay. But they're at 5 probably by then, so whatever. And then we're on to Drag Strider Luard. New card. I guess I have to talk about it. You kill off 2 units, and then you discard as many cards as you want. But if you discard at least 2, it gets the effect of quad drive, crit, and your opponent cannot use grade 1s. The mandate, like, you just have to ditch 2. But for every card you do ditch, it gets plus 3k each for every single one. So, well, the point of this deck is basically to have a bunch of cards in your hand. And that's why you're running all these free, like, +1s. So, this card is worth, because randomly you get like 50, like a total of like 10 cards in hands, and then you go into him, and then you ditch all those 10 cards, and then you attack, and your opponent's like, I guard 1 to like 4 to pass, and then they're like, all right, this card's going for like plus 40, plus 57k with unboosted, because you drop like so many cards from your hands. And then they're like, I don't have enough guard. And even if they do have enough guard, it gets quad drive. And then if for some reason you drive check a stand, then you get attacked with your rear guards again, and your rear guards are going to probably be busted again because you run these 4 cards. So your cards are huge. Like, so either way, they're gonna take a big beating. So that's why we run Luard, Drag Strider. Yeah. People are running 3. I guess. I mean, it's the same concept of running Majesty Lord. So if they want to run more draws, it's whatever. But you don't need it. Next card we're gonna run is 1 Spectral. Spectral, again, it's a Diablo unit. Everyone knows what it does by now. 1 GB8, just in case you go against like blasters. This is basically your win condition. Or also like against most other decks too, because they usually can't take like late game like 30+k calms or 40+k calms, and their board gets wiped and whatnot. 1 Sea Breeze, because you have to run Sea Breeze. 3 Plot Maker, and then 1 other branch. I don't like it, but sometimes it does help you. So yeah, that concludes the deck. So
comment, subscribe. If there's any questions, put them down below, and we'll see you guys next time.